Hello everyone, welcome back to another edition of Retro Fix It. Today we have another Game Boy, but this time a Game Boy Advanced. This is one of the, possibly, I think the third maybe Game Boy that might have come out. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is actually a colored Game Boy, I believe as well. Cover's already come off. This is quite a cool case. It's sort of see-through. This one, very dirty, very dirty. I will also put the listing on the screen, the eBay listing. I got this on eBay. I can't remember again what's wrong with this. We're gonna find out now. So yeah, this is Game Boy Advance. So I'm gonna pop 2 batteries in it. It takes 2 AA batteries, and let's try and power it on. I didn't get any games with this. I do have a Game Boy Advance game, and also this uses or can take the older Game Boy games as well. Obviously they'll be black and white, but you can put the older Game Boy cartridges in this as well. It's absolutely filthy. This is quite loose as well. Probably just needs bending back a little bit. Right, let's leave that. Cool, so I put some batteries in. The on button is here, on and off button. So let's switch it on. Or let's try and switch it on. So there says power here, so I'm assuming we should get a power light here. I've never owned one of these, so okay, I saw a light. So I get no power when I switch it on, but when I switch it off, I get a little flash and a sound of light. If you can see that. So that's on, that's off, that's on, and that's off. So when it goes off, there's a sort of flashing sort of green light. Oh, it was red there, green or red. Right, so we've got a power issue with this, so it doesn't come on at all. So we're definitely gonna have to open it up. These are brand new batteries, so I know they work. I'm gonna check out the contacts as well. Always check the contacts first. Make sure they're not corroded or anything. Sometimes that's just why you can't get any power in there. I mean this, yeah, we've got corrosion here. We've got corrosion in here. We've got all of around here is corrosion as well. Probably going to get a lot of corrosion in this one. All right, I'm going to give this a quick clean with some IPA on the contacts, and then we'll put the batteries on, and then we'll see what happens. All right, so let's have a look. It's quite bad around here actually. This is usually a result of somebody leaving the batteries in the console for a long time, so hopefully it's not traveled too far inside. Alright, so let's try the batteries again and see if we get anything. I'll be surprised. I think this corrosion's gone a bit deeper inside. No, same thing. Alright, I'm gonna have to open it up and have a look inside. one more screw here that's actually just a Phillips. All the other screws are tri-wing, and then we've got one screw here which is a Phillips, which is very rusty as well. Okay, at first glance doesn't look that bad at all. It's fairly clean. Definitely need to see the other side of the board though, but just quickly looking from here without looking under the microscope, it looks fairly clean. So I'm going to be looking for rust around these terminals here. Obviously as well, we've also got these two here which need to be cleaned, but let me just check continuity on these two pins here. Right, we're getting continuity there. What I'm also going to do is, before I go any further, let me just pop this back on. Let's just check for voltage. We should be getting 3 volts. We should be getting 3 volts here. So I'm going to put in the 2 batteries and see. If I can get in there. And we have 3 volts. So we're getting 3 volts down to here. Got one ribbon cable here. Looks quite clean on this part of the case. Right, again on this side of the board, it doesn't look that bad at all. These are where our battery terminals are. It looks fairly clean. There's a little bit of green stuff here. I'm just going to give that a quick clean. Same thing on the other side over there. Let's just check for continuity here and make sure the battery power is getting to the other side of the board. I'm sure it is, but let's just double check. You never know these things. And look at that. Okay, we're getting it now. I thought we weren't getting it there for a second. And that's the positive. Okay, so they're both coming through. So I'm not sure if there's any fuses on this board. I'm just going to have a quick look around. But we are getting a sort of a click, and we're getting power to the LED that comes on, but only when we switch it off. So it seems like power's getting through somehow, but in a sort of funny way. I'm just gonna do a quick inspection and see if I see anything that stands out. Okay guys, there is a fuse F1 which is right here. I'm gonna test that fuse, and also the switch does seem a bit weak, a bit wobbly as well. I'm not sure if that's how it's meant to be, but it could be also the switch just needs cleaning out inside. So we can do a test to make sure that the switch pins are actually working. But I'll test the fuse first. Let's have a look at it under the microscope. Alright guys, so I've got this under the microscope. Gonna check this out real quickly. So let's have a look here. Let's turn it this way. So here we can see F1. So we've got a little fuse here. So we're gonna test that fuse first and make sure that that fuse is okay. Alright, so we're looking for a beep now. Beep equals fuse works, no beep equals faulty. So we'll go on that side of the fuse. This is absolutely tiny, these fuses. Let's clean this up. Okay, so it looks like we're not getting anything here. Alright, so that might be a result so far. Looks like our fuse is dead. Oh no, it's not. Every time I think I don't have continuity yet, I get it. So just had to push it a bit harder. Alright, so our fuse is good. So so looks like we're looking somewhere else now. So here's our on and off switch, which is the next place that I would check. As I said, it seems really sort of that there's no resistance at all. So let's see if we can figure out where the traces go on this. So the switch says on the left hand side, it's on, and then we've got off on that side, so that's off and that's on. Now it does look like I can see a little bit of corrosion here, which leads me to believe there's probably corrosion inside here. So yeah, so we're going to check continuity on these pins. We've got to figure out which ones are which. So let's check this pin here. Right, I believe this is probably where our power comes in to the switch. When it's off, in the off position, we've got our power going in. Right, so that's off. When I switch it on, we should get power coming out. I'm not sure on which pin, but okay, so we got something here and here. So when it's on, we're getting something here and here, where you can see these two pins are linked anyway. So this is probably the output of the switch. So turn it off, get nothing. Turn it on, and we get something. Okay. Alright guys, so I'm going to drop a little bit of IPA inside the switch as well, because I'm still not 100% convinced that the switch is okay. Especially seeing that corrosion on the outside of the switch. We don't know what it's like on the inside. So let's drop some in there and just sort of switch it back and forth a bit. Okay. There's also an extra pin on this switch that I'm not sure what it's for. I assume it's for ground, but I'm not getting any ground on it, so that's why I wanted to also give this a clean. I've got access to another Game Boy Advance, actually the same color actually. My brother-in-law asked me to sort out the backlight because he's got no backlight on it, so that is another video I'll have to be doing soon. But I can always check it to sort of compare some stuff on it, so I'll definitely want to compare this point here. Okay, so this is the ground point here. Alright, so I think I'm gonna grab the other one and take out the board, because I'm gonna need to take the board out anyway and have a look at it. Alright, I'll just do that and then I'll come back. So this is the other Game Boy Advance that we've got. Just gonna check and make sure it does work. And it does. As you can see, green light, it's come on. Right, so this one works. So this is the one I need to sort the backlight on. I'm gonna quickly open it up and then just cross-reference a couple of readings. Okay, so this is our second one. So I'm going to check some of the same test points. I want to check out the switch as well. Okay, this one feels pretty much exactly the same, so it's not nothing wrong with it, it's just how it is. Right, so we've obviously got continuity at the fuse, we've got it at the switch. So the positive comes to the left of the switch when we switch it on. So when we switch it on, we get the two middle pins, which is the same as mine. So we get this one, and then on we get this one and this one, and not that one. So let's try the ground on that one. No. We get the same reading of 150, so that seems correct. Yeah, that seems correct. I think I might be getting something different here. No, I'm not. I think that's the same. So I need to turn the switch on first. Yeah, it's all reading the same. All right, guys. So I've been over this and I've checked the main power, the power circuit. I also checked out the schematics as well, and I'm pretty confident that everything is how it should be. I do think that the issue is with this switch because it just doesn't feel right. I'm not sure if the contacts are really making very well. I'm gonna give it another clean of IPA, and then I'm just gonna and then I'm gonna see. It seems like the contacts are a bit temperamental. I'm just gonna do a continuity test again on the switch, and I'll sort of toggle the switch and see how it's sort of behaving. But I think this looks like it's the switch, and I'm pretty sure it's probably corroded inside. Because as I said, we get a sort of a light when we turn it off, sort of a glitch. So that says to me that power is sort of, the power circuit is working. So let's check continuity again on these pins here. So check this. I checked the schematic, and basically power comes in on pin 1 here, and then should end up on these two when it's on. So these two are basically common rails, so they're connected together. So you got this pin and that pin. So we're getting power through. I'm going to see if I can hold it and sort of just touch the switch and see if I lose continuity or not. If I can do this. Or actually what I can do is I can put it on the other side of this coil, because this flows straight through to the coil. So now you see I'm not getting anything now. This is why I think the switch is dodgy. Let me see. Right, I should be getting continuity now. See, if you look at the meter, if you can see it. See, when I touch that, the meter's jumping all over. When I just touch it, there we got continuity there. And we should be having continuity right now. So I do think it's, there we go, it's come back now. So this, yeah, this is saying to me that this is the culprit. What I'm gonna, this switch has a sort of a cover over it, which is soldered here. I might see if I can take this cover off and actually take the switch apart and then see inside and actually clean it properly, and then sort of put this lid back on without having to desolder the whole switch. I think I'm going to try that. Let's see if we can get right inside there. But this is definitely where the problem is. I've heated up my soldering iron, and I'm going to see if I can get this metal plate off. So I'm going to put a little bit of flux on this end here, and on that end. And let's see if I can get this little plate off. Okay, so it looks like I got it open. Let's take this bit out. Alright, so I can already see the corrosion on this already. So I'm going to have a look at this closer under the microscope. Okay guys, so there we go. So we can see how much corrosion is underneath the switch. So that definitely needed cleaning out. Let's focus on it. So now we've got that here. Now I can clean that properly. Also, let's have a look at the actual game. This part where the game is. So we can see where the contacts are now. So we can see that this contact is joined together. So when it slides from here to here, and then when you turn it off, it slides from here to here. So I'm going to also give in here a little clean as well while we've got it open. I think that's the best I'm going to get that. Let's have a look at the switch now. I think the switch is the worst part. I think that's a lot better. I'm also going to just sort of bend this pin up just a little bit. Cool, that looks good. Let's put a bit of flux on that and solder that back down. I'm gonna hold this one down while I solder it on. Okay guys, let's do a continuity test now on the switch, and let's see if it's behaving any better. So switch off, we should have continuity only on pin number 1, which is there, and nothing on 2 and 3. When we switch it on, we should be getting continuity on pins 2 and 3. Great. And we have it at the coil. So what I'm going to do now is just do the test I did before. Get it on like this with one hand, if I can. And then just turn it on and off. Off, on, off. Oh, we're losing it. Oh, that's me. Off, on. Cool, so that seems to be working a lot better. So what we're going to do now is put it together and let's see what happens. Cool, so I'm just putting it together just enough to turn it on because I do want to clean all this case up before I actually put it together. So let's try and see what happens this time. There we go. Perfect. Didn't hear any sound though. I'm not sure if you need a game in there. I think the volume is up. Let's put a game in first and see if that makes a difference. Nope, made no difference. We have no sound. Interesting. I wonder if this is another issue. The game didn't load actually. Let's try that again. It didn't load up. When the game loads up, it will say Nintendo at the bottom. This could have multiple faults. I mean, I've only literally just got it to come on, so it's never been on before. So that was off. That's off. This is on. Oh, there we go. Sound. But the game hasn't loaded because it doesn't say Nintendo. So we've got sound now, but no game loading. Okay, it says Nintendo now. There we go. It might just be because it's not connected up properly. Maybe because it's not screwed together. Looks like it's loading up. Yep, got sound. So it looks like it's working. Obviously I haven't got the button, so I can't try it out. But what I'm going to do quickly is I'm going to take it apart. I'm going to give the screen a nice clean inside and outside, and then put it back together, and then we'll test all the buttons out. Alright guys, so I've put it back together, I've given it a little clean, and yeah, it's looking alright. I put a game in. This cover, I do need to get a new one of these because I realized actually there's a little bit of a clip there that's used to sort of keep it in, and it's broken off. So this is why it doesn't really stay on very well. Well, it doesn't stay on at all. It just falls off. So I need to get a new one of these, but these are easy to get on eBay. Also, you can get these cases on eBay as well, brand new cases. So anyway, let's try it out now. There we go, result. So Game Boy was dead before, wasn't coming on at all, no power, and we got it on. So it was basically a faulty switch, just corrosion, which is, you know, typical with a lot of these things. So let's just check all the buttons. Left. Speaker sounds fine as well. Yep, looks good. That's it. Yeah, guys. So another one repaired. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching, and please subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.